see if this works at all whatsoever, because I can't see any of the chat, unfortunately. I'm working on figuring all this out. I apologize. What's going on? This is going to be quick. I just want to go ahead and see how this runs. Some gameplay. So we're going to find out. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Neil, just his knees. Liz, what's going on, people? Can you hear me okay? That's the question of the hour. I don't know. We'll find out. Good music. What's a song? That was On Lap, The Awakening. So, couldn't remember it offhand. Yeah. Yeah, you can hear me. Awesome. Perfect. Let's launch this and see if you can hear me while there's game playing. And let's see if I can still stream while there's game playing. I tried it in 1080p, so we're going to see how that works. I have the chat down in front of me, so I'm going to do my best to go ahead and work on that. I think there's a way I can add you guys over here. Let's find out. We'll see. So hopefully everybody's doing good today. Banana Romance. That's on my free cams. You know that. What's going on, Costanza? Let's see, comments. I think I can shove you guys down in the corner, and we'll see if that works. I'm not doing like a layout or anything like that. I'm just doing straightforward, simple, just trying to see if I can get the webcam synced with the video while you can hear me. It's, pretty complex altogether. I know you guys can see my entire desktop. Hopefully I don't go into the nudes folder. You know, you don't want to get that. Get a little extra action. Yeah, cooler weather has been nice. I like, sleeping in what could only be described as a refrigerator. So, especially with my big ass. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to SmackDown either. I don't think it's going to be a great show. Roman Reigns, the big dog, taking on Shinsuke Nakamura. I don't think it's going to be anything special. Hey, Liz will be streaming, so if you want something fun to do and a place to put your energy into, go check out Liz's channel. Make sure you subscribe there. She does a lot of great, fantasy and role-playing game streams pretty often, so go ahead and check her out. That sucks, Kratos. I thought the strike was over for you, so I was hoping that would be the case. Hopefully soon enough you can go ahead and be able to watch content and not have an issue, but we'll see. Yeah, I've got people in the background that are going to make noise, and this is really just to see how this looks, how it works. Can I play? I'm using a controller while playing on the computer, so I'm probably going to screw something up, and my aim's going to be terrible compared to the people that are using mouse and keyboard, but yeah, we'll see. PS5 is going to be, $9,472 to purchase for the PS5. We'll see what happens. Can't believe how much of a different game this is, though, going from console to computer. I always hear the PC Master Race comments, and I was like, oh, that's ridiculous. It really is, though. If I don't lock the effects, I can get over like 180 frames per second now, which is ungodly. And I really don't want to use a pulse rifle, but I know I need pulse rifle kills to finish this bounty. I need 4 more. So I'm locked into it. What's going on? My number one inside analyst.
Zone advantage is yours.
Yeah, I'm trying to go ahead and get used to. I can't shoot through your wall, you asshole. I hate being pigeonholed into using certain weapons, but you got to complete this bounty. And now I think I need 3 more kills. Then I can whip out my burning toaster. And playing against the people that play on computer with the Twitch reaction for the mouse, my abilities are just not up to snuff. I'm getting better, but what's going on, Tony?
Lead.
Oh yeah, the mobile game was addicting.
Zone
I know a
B
lot of people can get into that. The problem is that it's such a money sink, really, for all those mobile games. Even like, everybody advertises Raid, Shadow Legends. I was messing around with that, just being bored at times, and they find a way just to really suck you dry. And usually that'd be a good thing, but not when it comes to your wallet. They go ahead and they take you down quick. Yeah,
Zone
well, I
B
guarantee you
lost.
SmackDown's going to be a fuck-up. I would actually count on it. I have a feeling SmackDown's not going to be that enjoyable tonight. They are all steam, going forward for Crown Jewel. They're going to have Braun Strowman come out and say, "Get these hands," and talk about how he's going to destroy,
You have the advantage.
Tyson,
Press
Tony
on.
Todd there, whatever you want to call him. Mr. Fury. Oh, come on, give me this pulse rifle kill. Oh, you fucking just
You're
pussy hiding
pulling
that
ahead.
shield. Now I'm going to die. God, bastards. Shadowkeep is good if you're really into the grind. There wasn't much story. There wasn't much, new content overall. They brought a lot of things back. But what quality of life changes they did bring about is worthwhile. So if you're really into the grind and you're, someone that cares about bringing up your light level, playing with your characters, then I'd say it's worth it. Oh, look at that. Just a fucking dash of hair of a life left. I needed one more bullet. I hate pulse rifles. Yeah, the Call of Duty game app is actually surprising how well it works. I was pretty baffled being able to play Call of Duty on my phone. I mean, we did it with PUBG, but Call of Duty, it works, and it's competent, and it's enjoyable. Not something I would spend money on for, the boxes that they have, but it works. It works well. Borderlands 3 is fun. That's something I wanted to stream. So what happened is last year, Gorilla Strong was nice enough. He bought me the latest iteration of WWE's 2K games, 2K19. I had plans to stream it and do stuff with Joe, and unfortunately it just never worked out that way because my capture card had broke, and then my computer was just going to shit. Let's see if I can get this last guy here. I'm gonna have him go around the corner and... Oh, I got 3 of them there. Come on.
Zone B captured.
And
Zone
it was
advantage
kind of just
is
one thing
yours.
falling apart after another. And equally enough, my good friend in real life, Nate, he went ahead and he has his own kind of eBay computer
Your
store.
light is fierce, Warlock.
And he sells computer parts, things like that. So he's been building, well, I shouldn't even say building, but Frankensteining me this PC together slowly but surely. And the more parts he got, the more he was able to put things together. So thankfully, thanks to him and my lovely fiance for my birthday, she chipped in a little bit of money as too. I've got a new computer today. It's a hell of a surprise. So I'm setting things up and I'm getting things to work. And it's a process. As Joe said that he needs a new computer desperately. So. Sure. And you have to get all your programs back, all your settings. I wasn't able to transfer things from the old computer fully like I wanted to, but that's more of a fault on my own.
Return to the fight.
Yeah, Zumba class, I'm sure it did kick your ass. I chuckled at somebody 2 years ago that my friend of mine was like, "Oh, I'm going to Zumba." I'm like, "Really? You're gonna, dance around?" He's like, "I bet you, in your prime you couldn't do it. Never mind now." Holy hell, do they work you out? And that's when I started to get into DDP yoga. And that stuff is no joke. It will get you fit.
Zone B captured.
Neil, yeah, thanks for chiming in. I do still play. I don't have a ton of free time. Obviously, I'm going after radios for the weight loss surgery. It's not your typical thing. People think, oh, just eat less. I have a lot of medical issues that... Unfortunately, it's all one big catch-22, and the long and short of it is I barely eat now. Pretty much what I consume is things that I put into a blender. People look at you and they're like, "Oh, how many Big Macs did you have today?" And really, I probably haven't eaten solid
Zone A captured.
4 days. But I vomit a lot from my head pain, and unfortunately, with a lot of the swelling and things like that, I have to take a ton of steroids, and that causes me to gain weight. So they're hoping,
Zone B lost.
Some of the that weight will be cut down instantly, but
Zone C
with
captured.
my brain malformation, when I get the weight loss surgery, my body's receptors. Hey, finally, there we go. I don't have to use the impulse rifle. My body will no longer retain the weight. All the vomiting for the past 10 years or so has turned my body into a total clusterfuck. So my stomach thinks that it's starving constantly and retains every bit of everything it can get its hands on too. So with the weight loss surgery, they're hoping to correct that, and I won't retain water as much. I won't retain fluid, because that's pretty much what a lot of it is water weight and my body's unwillingness to burn excess fat.
Zone C lost. 3 minutes left.
Hopefully this will be a big course correction, and I will
This is
be able to
your
go
end.
ahead and
Fight
drop some
well.
weight and start to feel better, get my knee surgically repaired, and get back to semblance of normalcy. But we'll see what happens.
The howls are quiet.
No, I'm all set.
Return
Good.
to the
Thank you.
fight. Zone A captured.
That's what you get for trying to schedule dinner
Opponent claims
plans.
Zone C.
But
Zone B captured. You have the advantage. Press on.
Tony said, "Yeah, I'm trying to keep things open and honest. I appreciate it, Tony and Neil. It's not a way, it's just sexiness." Yeah, thank you, Costanza. Yeah, it's been a long road. So I have a bunch of doctors that go to regularly. I have to go for injections multiple times a week. Let's nuke this guy out at it. Come on, don't die. I'm gonna show off for the stream. But I really want to get back into making YouTube content for you guys. I had that one show that I wanted to do for the countdown for, being positive. Top shows, or top moments of the shows of the week. So, hey, we won. I want to go ahead and, instead of always critiquing and bitching, basically, I wanted to go ahead and point out the positives. So what was my favorite from each show, top moments? I want to get into a lot of stuff with the community. I want to start talking to you guys more, and I want to go ahead and I have some plans. So now that I have the ability to record in a stream, I just got to find some time and start doing more. But I really, have made so many great friends along the way, thanks to Joe, and with him including me in his shows. So it's great to have so many people to talk to, and I'm really genuinely hoping that we go ahead and continue to build this community, not just for Joe's sake, but for mine as well, and see what comes of it. I love wrestling and gaming, and hopefully we can kind of share that affinity, together. That's kind of been my goal. Yeah, Crown Jewels, it's unfortunately it is going to suck, especially with that, being their focus for the other market. And now I guess the officials over in Saudi aren't happy because WWE has no plans for The Undertaker, and that's been one of their big advertising points over there. They desperately want to see The Undertaker. They treasure him. I mean, who doesn't? He certainly is a legend among legends. But they even had him on a gigantic parade float for Iridia, if I'm saying that correctly. I don't want to sound like an idiot with, other people's cultures, but, it's interesting to see that now that he's not going to wrestle. So I wonder if he's not going to show up at all, which I think would be a big mistake. He should at least come out and do something like he did with Elias. And, where he came out the night after WrestleMania. And thank you, Kratos. I appreciate it. Tony, you're going to be 31 in 2 weeks? Yeah, I just turned 32. And, yeah, it definitely sucks when it's on your birthday that the show, you're going to go ahead and deal with that. Oh, Wandy, what's going on, bud? There we go. But, yeah, I mean, most of what we have to look forward to is Brock Lesnar and Cain Velasquez. That doesn't excite me. Cain's not a wrestler, and Brock obviously doesn't want to work more than 4 minutes at a time. It's not that, I give Brock such a hard time for, as long as I've been reviewing wrestling, longer before that personally, but I know what he can give us. I know what he can deliver. He could be so much more impressive than just 3 F5s and, 15 suplexes. Honestly, I know he has the talent and the in-ring ability, and it's just because he decides not to that drives me nuts, You go to a great Italian place and you want a nice meal, and they're like, "Oh, sorry, we're out of pasta." No one wants that. That's basically what we get with Lesnar. We get this hulking freaking specimen of a man that can, destroy you with your pinky finger, and he's like, I just don't feel like it today. And that's been his attitude for years now. And he gets paid more than every other freaking person on the roster who's there day in and day out and deserves it. So it's hard not to have a gripe with him. And then especially when he has a terrible attitude and all the backstage issues and politicking. And I mean, even if you leave that aside, it's still just troublesome knowing that a part-timer controls so much of the landscape. Yeah, I'm definitely, Wandy, thinking it's going to be more of an MMA fight. I think they're going to, a lot of ground and pounds. I'm picturing an instant takedown from Kane. This is likely not going to happen, but in my mind, Kane will go for a scoop slam. He'll slam Lesnar down right off the bat. Ground and pound. Lesnar's going to try and turn it into a Kimura lock, and eventually they'll roll around. Lesnar will get him on his back. We're going to see a few German suplexes. It's going to look like Kane is, waffled from that. Lesnar's going to hit an F5. Kane's going to kick out. Brock's going to act shocked, go for the F5 setup again, and that's when Kane's going to do some type of reversal and hit whatever his big move might be. I don't think they're going to do a knockout punch or anything like that. Maybe it'll be some type of choke, but he'll do some big slam, and then I don't know how it's going to end. I really think that Brock is going to retain the title. If it was Mania or elsewhere, you could say otherwise, but being overseas, out of the U.S. market, Brock has to take this home. So Kane will get his big moment. It'll be ever so close, and then Brock will be able to give him one more F5, and that'll be it. Or I can't see them going with a dusty finish for that. I don't see a DQ screw job. It could happen, but more than likely, I think it'll just be he beats Cain Velasquez only just by that much, just beat him. It was so close. And yeah, they're trying to attract that MMA audience, but I think he'll lose his first match. And for all the people that heard me say this before, oh, how could Kane lose his first match? We've seen, it's not out of the realm of possibility with WWE when they bring in somebody and, they have him lose. So, look at Sting. How could Sting lose his first match in the company? And that's just off the top of my head. I know I had better examples when I was thinking about it, but it does happen. So, I would, Tyson Fury, I can see winning because Braun is disposable, unfortunately. He shouldn't be. He should be an unstoppable monster, but they just have him built up in such a way that it's okay if he loses because then he'll destroy the set or flip another truck and the, casuals and kids will gobble it up and love it. So, unfortunately with that, it seems like that's gonna be a thing. Yeah, has Kane signed a contract, Neil? I'm not sure. I think this is, as from what I heard originally, it was a one and done with a possibility of signing later on because Kane needs surgery on his knee and I believe something else as well. I know he definitely needs his knee repaired. So, I mean, that's what it comes down to at this point. We'll take the hat off. Get a little bit more personal. It is more than likely we'll see him again, but it'll be a ways out because if they held off from the fight now and he got the surgery right this moment, he wouldn't be ready for WrestleMania more than likely. So they didn't want to have him be introduced and then not do the angle at all. I hope it's a one-time thing as well, and especially with Tyson Fury there, I believe that'll be a one and done. Braun gets shut up by a knockout punch, and that's going to be sad if Braun gets knocked out, even even in the wrestling sense, because I can't imagine Fury agreeing to lose in WWE when he has an undefeated record to protect outside. He's still, going to be boxing. He's still going forward with his boxing career. So he doesn't want, he's undefeated, but he did lose in WWE. And even though that's fake shit, he still lost. So that'll follow him, and that'll, really be a stain on his record. So he has to be set to win there. As where Cain Velasquez can lose because he's, not currently going back. He's not in the UFC. He's not going back to mixed martial arts competition. He's been training and wants to become a wrestler. So maybe after his surgery, he does re-sign with WWE, or signed initially with WWE and make it a long-term thing. So, hey, what's going on, Latoya? I appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, this is just a quick thing, but I wanted to see, how the gameplay would work out. Could I go ahead and game and stream at the same time? I apologize for some of the noise in the background and because, people rummaging around. That's why I was disappointed with the move on Fridays to SmackDown, switching days, because I like reviewing things with Joe, obviously, and being there as much as possible. And my schedule from Sunday to Thursday is pretty much open. If I'm not at the doctor's, I'm home. I'm either with my daughter or I'm available for Joe, and we try and set things up. Him and I have been trying to do a few other shows throughout the week, but unfortunately kept missing each other. I was waiting for him the other day, and he had to go ahead and take care of his kids, and that's just the way the cookie crumbles. But I love being there for all the shows, and that's why Out of Nowhere is a ton of fun. Last night was great, especially now AEW. That's great to review. It's kind of revitalizing people's love for wrestling again. Raw will steal your soul, but point is, I'm always there, Sunday through Thursday. Fridays and Saturdays are really difficult because we babysit a lot. We have a lot of, nieces and nephews and family that comes over, and I, as you can tell, broadcast in the living room, and that's where the kids stay, so it's hard to go over here and try and whisper, oh my God, this is what happened. So I would love to be involved and monetize this more often. I've been on a few times. I've been the champ as well. Yeah, baby. But I think a few of the punches, Awandi, were real. I definitely think that, Mayweather hit Big Show a few times. A few little, hey, I'm meaning business. I had heard that in some interviews, but you never know where they kind of oversell and overstate each other. It's funny because Big Show is, he was live before with playing Destiny with Bungie. Elias, what's going on? Yeah, all in all, Crown Jewel, though, I don't know what they're going to do with The Fiend, and again, the more I think, is he going to win the belt? Is it going to happen? Is this finally the time? And I'm just worried. I don't think, I don't know. Will they let Tyson punch Braun for real? I think they're going to try and, if they do a knockout punch scenario for the finish of the match, they're going to try and make it as legit as possible. They're going to try and make it look as close to
the fire burns brightly
a full knockout as could be. So he might end up hitting him for real, I think more than likely, and he just doesn't use a ton of power, because the punches he was throwing the other day, the people's faces were here, way far away, and it just did not look great at all. So I think they want to avoid that. Oh shit, I forgot to equip my toaster. I have to change that out really quick. I apologize. This, I don't have ammo for it now. This thing is called the Yoton. It's my favorite weapon in the game. It's a fusion rifle. It sends, Mario style, flower power balls of fire at the enemy. It's so damn good. It's fun to use.
Zone B captured.
Yeah, the Fiend needs a horror film to save him at this point. I think he's, permanently living in a horror film. Matt the Misfit was saying how Fox execs were not fully comfortable with the Firefly Funhouse, and that was one of the reasons as to why they weren't having
make your enemies pay
the Funhouse anymore, and that's part of the reason as to why they burnt it down. Burn it down! But I don't believe that. I think that's just some people talking out of their ass. Not Matt, but Dave Meltzer of sorts that said this, because Fox desperately wants Bray there, and so does USA. They're both competing for them heavily, to the point where Bray Wyatt is going to be on both shows pretty much faithfully for the next few weeks at least.
Zone B lost.
What do you have to do to be mod? Just kind of be around, know that I know you, and randomly block people incessantly. And
Zone B captured.
Gemini, what's going on? Yeah, I played Destiny since the beta on Xbox, and now I'm messing around on PC with it. It's been a lot of fun on PC, but going ahead and I've got my all three characters, my Warlock, my Titan, Burning Hell, and my Hunter. I've been having fun with the Warlock more so recently. Just since the update, they nerfed a bit of the Hunter's Blade Barrage more so, and I whiffed it. Mic's too low. Yeah, I was playing with the settings, so I think I have to go ahead and turn the
They've
game
fallen
volume
further
down
behind
even
your
more. I think
lead.
I have to
Well
adjust
done.
that. Like I said, I just wanted to, make this a quick thing, and then I can go back through, chop some things up, and I more wanted to see if my network can hold up as well, because I finally get a decent computer, and unfortunately I have the shittiest internet in the world now. Comcast almost doubled their price for us being out of contract, and to go back into contract, it wasn't worth it either. They wanted a ton of money. And our bill was going to be somewhere around close to $4 a month. If I went back into contract with them and signed for another 2 years, it was only going to go down $40 from that, so it would have been around $340. We didn't have any movie channels. We didn't have anything, just, run-of-the-mill everything. House phone, their triple play stupid bundle. So I switched to Frontier to save some money and afford it, and their internet is just not much overall. It's not that great. Nothing compared to what Comcast has, unfortunately, but Spectrum is not bad. No, I haven't heard any N-words thrown out, so Randy Orton's not playing with me. I'm surprised that wasn't a bigger deal, drunk or not, but I figured, in today's day and age and the whole big cancel culture, he would have gotten more of a backlash from that. One of the shows / podcasts that I love, Legion of Skanks, they were showing a clip from World Star Hip Hop, and this lady went ahead and she goes ahead and she pulls a prank, mind you, on her baby daddy, if you want to call it that.
I'm calling
saying that he's not the father. He's not the father, and Maury makes it official. So she tells him, you're not the daddy. That's all there is to it. And he starts flipping out, and she stays with it to the point where she says, the real baby daddy is coming over. He's coming over right now, and he's going to sign some paperwork and all this stuff. So the guy starts flipping out and says, I swear I am not gonna go ahead and let that bastard into this house. I'm gonna I'll take him out. And he goes, grabs his gun, loads it. Meanwhile, their son is on the couch, and these two are just killing each other. He starts choking the girl. They're hitting each other. They're beating the hell out of each other. She still stays with it, never lets up to say, oh no, it's a prank, even when they're knocking the hell out of each other. And it's madness. So finally, 9 minutes does she save face and go ahead and continually state that, you're not the daddy, and he's freaking out. I love my kid so much. This has to be my boy. All this time, you do this to me, and, my heart's breaking from him. If he killed her, he probably would have been justified with the way she went ahead and pulled this off. And then finally at the end, she's like, oh, it's a prank. And immediately, instead of him being pissed, he was like, you got me good. I was like, what the hell? And he starts, calling up. You got to check it out if you get a chance, but just, it absolutely killed me. Lewis, what's going on? Mobile broadband would be fantastic. Now, I don't know if you can see it on my phone here. Let me see if I can show you. But I have no service at all, unfortunately. I don't think the brightness will work, but yeah, it's not going to work now. But still, take my word for it. There's no service here. And the way the house works, unfortunately, with the firewalls, it blocks out the service even more. So we have no phone signal. If that was the case and I could have a reliable signal here, I would have went ahead and just done it that way instead and just had straight internet, because I don't give a crap about cable. I don't watch any shows. And anything my daughter watches, we can either download, get on Netflix, etc. Unfortunately, too, the high school is literally, close to my house. And with that being so close, they have cell phone blockers there to keep the students from using the phone, so that screws with our signal as well. It's a madhouse. But yeah, I'm curious, Tony, as well, with Impact, to see what they're going to do when it launches their new shows. I mean, is it going to go ahead and get any interest back? Are they going to be able to claim and make right to any ratings at all? I doubt it. People have really given up on Impact altogether. Same thing with ROH. We'll see. I mean, they do have some viable talent there, but I doubt it. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Thank you. Like I said, I really just wanted to test things. Now I know the mic settings got to be a little bit different. Lower some of the other in-game audio. But I want to start doing some live shows and putting some content together. So I appreciate everybody just coming and chilling for a while, hanging out. I hope you all have a... Yeah, I'm not thrilled about the cable internet, so And they have a fiber optic line that's installed, but it's not active yet. What is that shit? So if we get gigabit internet, then I will be one damn happy camper. But until that time. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with me. I'm going to go ahead and change some settings, make dinner for the fam. But if you'd like to go ahead and hit me up, do so. It's Countdown Ended on Twitter. I try and get back to you, as soon as I can most often. I apologize if it takes me a little bit longer. I'm usually inundated with messages, but as always, hope you guys have a great Friday. Try and enjoy SmackDown Live if you can. Give Joe a big kiss for me at the review, and I hope you all stay sexy and have a great day.